Hey guys, what's going on? Otherwise, are here. Today we are having another R squared show with
What up, guys? It's Rodco
Rodco.
Racing.
Talk about NASCAR, all the iRacing that's been going on with
And then the race
NASCAR
10 before
today.
then.
Yeah. Talking about the whole NASCAR, how it's been going so far. But
I want to start with Daytona and then just work our way over to
all right.
this week. Daytona, that
Mm,
was best race ever, except for Newman wrecking himself, getting turned by Blaney.
yes.
I'll maybe show
I
like a clip or
listen.
something.
Listen.
Okay.
Um,
Listen, Linda.
I'm just gonna. Anyway, just remember that Denny Hamlin would not. You agree that Denny Hamlin would not have won that race if it was not for Newman hitting the wall.
Yeah, and the Newman almost took Hamlin with him. Honestly,
Should have.
looking back on it, I kind of wish Newman did, but in the same way, I wish he didn't, because if he did, he never would have gotten as injured like he did. He would just hit the
Yeah.
wall, taking Hamlin with him. But same, I want Hamlin to win the 500. I want him to go back to back.
Um. Then at Las
Lost
Vegas, Joey Logano takes the
somehow won the
checkered
race
flag
and last
in
and late
Vegas.
race drama.
Yes. Won the race, took the checkered flag. That was his first win. Now a surprising win.
Auto Club,
Alex
that
Bow.
was
Yeah, Alex
Alex
Bowman at Auto
Bowman
Club.
will win.
He was dominant for a lot of the race.
He was pretty dominant. He did a good job.
Yeah, there was a few times where some other people got up in the lead, and Truex has not had a good season at all through
I
this.
know. I don't. He'll be lucky. To me, he'll be lucky to win a football race. I mean, to win a race. I don't know where football came from.
I don't know where football came from either. Wrong time of year, sir.
Yeah.
um, now, now we're at ISM Raceway, which was the final race.
Before
Um,
this coronavirus nonsense.
yes. And so then Joey Logano comes take his second race for
Victory.
the season after passing the King of the Desert, Kevin Harvick, for the flag.
Yeah. And then
Harvick could have drove in right through Logano, but I didn't think he
had
probably.
it.
I don't that or no, he had it because he could have put the bumper to Logano, but I don't think he wanted to cause like that much of a commotion for.
Yeah. And then the week after that, I had to go to a space camp for a field trip, and I get back, and we're there for like a day. It's like Wednesday, and I'm like, sweet, I'm looking forward to this. Then we get home, we had the Atlanta race, because me and him, we were getting ready to go to that race, and then they had decided then was the best time in the world to cancel these races. They had
Yeah,
decided
thanks
that.
COVID-19.
I wish they had canceled Phoenix, and Logano would never have had a chance to win that race.
And then
If you don't know, he is a Joey Logano fan,
Logano.
and I'm a Denny
Anybody who
Hamlin fan.
watches my channel.
You know what's kind of remarkable? Your first name is in Joey Logano's last name. It's your name, and you add an O. Like, oh, he actually likes Joey Logano.
Yeah. So, and then Denny Hamlin, I have no idea how in the world that happened. He has a whole video on it.
Yeah,
One of his first videos.
and then this
Also,
week, I mean, not this week, last week, we had that iRacing race they decided to do at Homestead.
Homestead
Hamlin pulled off the clutch. He drove up from like 14th with like 20 to go, came back to the front of the fields. When,
smacked
when
Earnhardt.
no, he did not. They were coming off a turn four. Junior moved up a little bit to try to block him. Got loose.
Smacked. Failed.
Hamlin did not smack him. He was running his line. Junior came up. He got loose, trying to trying to minimize the contact. He got loose, and no one could challenge him off of turn four. And Hamlin went on
I
to win
just
the
want
race.
everybody real quick. I just want everybody real quick to look up Hamlin passing Dale Jr. for the win at Homestead Miami iRacing. Or maybe we'll even put a little clip in here.
500 wins among those two drivers.
Hill in third, Briscoe fourth, Smithley fifth. Here they come off the corner for the final time. Oh! They all but come together, and the winner is Hamlin.
Yeah.
Anyways. But, yeah. So, I don't know what to say about that. Then we have.
Oh, in the comment section, you guys, you say whether or not Hamlin wrecked him or Junior got loose and was trying to avoid the contact.
I wouldn't say wrecked. I would say was being
abandoned.
Was being a little punk.
No, he's not. Anyways.
Anyway.
Then today.
Hill in Texas after
from Maryland, a Maryland native.
Byron had the race. He had the race for. He controlled the race for a huge majority of it. Dale, there was a little bit where he controlled it, but he was running off of everybody behind him in the pit stop. So he finally dived down and still came up with the top 10 finish.
Somehow.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin back in the pack.
He was struggling. He got wrecked around the time that the Ryan Preece thing happened. And so his car was all banged up, and there's no way he was going to be able to come back because he didn't have time.
The amazing thing is Denny Hamlin has this huge iRacing setup.
Oh, yeah.
And Timmy Hill's got this tiny little monitor
computer
and a clip-on steering wheel with tiny little pedals and his little gear shifter. And
Denny Hamlin
has an amazing performance at Homestead, then follows that up with a win at Texas.
I watched a video of Denny Hamlin after he won the Homestead race, and he cursed. Literally, he cursed after he won the race because he was that pumped. Because people tend to get that way sometimes if they're really excited. But I can't blame him.
Timmy Hill, though, if he can keep up what he's been doing, I mean, they even said 647 iRacing wins on that tiny little computer monitor screen, which is amazing. I also saw there's another driver who has a tiny little laptop that they do.
I can't remember.
I saw it on the NASCAR app, so you guys can go check that out if you want to. But
yeah.
So if Timmy Hill, he might be able to. He could become, if he gets in a good car, he might be in the Cup Series. He might be able to be a huge factor in the Cup Series.
Yeah. Trivia question time, like I did last episode. I just asked a random question out of the blue. How many drivers in NASCAR history have gone back to back in the Daytona 500?
I read this. It's 2 or 3.
You are wrong, my friend. It's 4. It was 2 or 3. It was 3 before February, whatever it was, that Denny won the race.
Yep.
February 9th. Hamlin made that 4.
So I'll give Hamlin, not this season, but last season's Daytona 500. But this season, his first Daytona 500 win, he got lucky. His last one, his most recent one,
How dare you say that's going to be his last Daytona 500? He's going to win 3 in a row.
I need a little help.
Hey, he's gotten the hang of it. He's won a Daytona 500 every year. He's been running the paint scheme he's run the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Never running with that crappy 2017 and 18 car.
Him and Brad Keselowski, they never really changed their paint schemes. I mean, Brad Keselowski has a good few.
He runs more different paint schemes than Hamlin does.
But saying
he's like the old teams, like the teams that have barely anybody, are barely running. They run the same paint scheme every week.
Yeah.
I wish they used to do what they did what they used to, or with Daniel's cars they used to color them different, like if it was Office or Freight or Express or whatever. I wish they'd do that again. They'd color it, but I guess they didn't have money. They don't have money for that.
I mean, yeah, especially with 36. Oh well, but then now it's only he only runs a certain part of FedEx. His right now is FedEx. You
Yeah,
should
that's
know this one.
he
FedEx.
never he used to be
Well,
sponsored by Sport
he
Clips. Every now and then
yeah
he'll.
he had a Sport Clips car, but he had besides that like I mean he's so bad he only has like 4 sponsors.
He's not bad. It's just that he's content.
It's a joke. It's
You're
a
not good
joke.
at telling jokes, apparently.
I know.
Yeah.
So now
What
I
this
want you to tell me your driver to look out for this season. Who could be that one underrated driver to
in
come
the real
and blow
series, or
everybody
you're
away?
talking about
Real
iRacing?
series. Real series. Cup series.
I need to look at all the drivers. See, it's been a long time since we've been racing. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks, so you've got to get used to everybody. De Benedetto, you happy?
Yeah.
De Benedetto.
I'll have to agree with you. De Benedetto or I think Alex Bowman could be a force to be reckoned with this year with the strong performance and then in the season and a 5th place finish at Texas today.
Yeah, I see where you're
Matt
coming from.
DiBenedetto, Matt DiBenedetto now he ran a good race at Vegas. Him and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has been amazing in that 47 car.
No, he's not. He got wrecked at Daytona, and then the other races, like, he's 17th in the point stand, so he wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
I mean, he's peaking in. You know, he didn't make it last season, but he had a great finish at Las Vegas too.
Yeah. I feel like
Second
he's
place, I
gonna
believe.
wear off as the season goes on. I think he's gonna.
I would.
I think he's gonna have the advantage from the start of the year, but it's gonna start to fade because he's gonna start doing like how he always does, running top maybe mid to bottom 20s and or in early 30s.
Mhm.
He's
Now,
not that good. He's overrated.
now Chris Buescher actually in the 17 car hasn't been doing that well,
Yeah.
finishing around 20th. And
He's
also,
probably getting used to it because he's never
yeah,
run.
never ran like that kind of car before.
Yeah.
Different, from a Chevy to a Mustang.
Yeah. It's probably different for him. He's still getting. I guess he's kind of used to having to work so hard to get these top 20s and stuff. He's not used to having a top 20 car on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Would you say that now I think that RCR now they have Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick right now. They should have hung on to Hemrick and added Tyler Reddick in the 31 car, which he had been running part-time anyway. They should have, and just to have a little more depth for the RCR team.
You're saying pretty much you're saying they should have kept Hemrick?
They should have kept Hemrick.
No, he sucked.
I'm not saying because he was better than Reddick. I don't even know because Reddick hasn't had really a chance to prove himself. But that they should have kept him to have more drivers to do something for RCR.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Now Austin Dillon, he's a decent driver. He's not a great driver, but he's up there.
Yeah, you've got a good point.
Now, what would you say is the racing team to watch out for this season, and which racing team do you think is going to be a bust this year? Don't be biased, please.
I'm not. I honestly think JR is going to, except for Truex, I feel like Hamlin and Busch are going to really go off this year into the sunset. Like they're going to really do it, and one of them is going to win another championship or win their first. But then I feel like Hendrick's going to go crashing. I feel like Bowman will be the only car to get in the playoffs. I think Johnson and maybe Byron, but I feel like they're going to struggle again. They're going to struggle like they did a few years ago in 2018.
Now, a lot of people, they forget about Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
In the 9 car.
Sorry, my dog is barking like a little knucklehead. He's barking his butt off.
Now, I think the team to watch out for this season is is Hendrick. So I'm gonna completely disagree. I think Hendrick, because Alex Bowman has proven strong with his first win, and I believe William
That wasn't
Byron
his
with a
first win. He won last year,
first win of
Chicagoland.
this season is what I meant.
Oh,
Now,
sorry. The way you said it made me think you were talking about first ever win. I'm like, oh, that's kind of not his first win.
yeah. But Byron, he could go off, and Jimmy Johnson, I think he's gonna push it a little more in his final season.
Yeah, I feel like he'll
And
maybe
Chase
get.
Elliott,
If he's lucky, he'll like get a win by like rain or something. Not dumb. I don't feel like he'll straight
this is
straight out.
Justin Haley.
I don't
This
think
isn't
he'll win a race outright. I think he'll win it because of like rain delay or something. I don't think he'll win it outright, like straight up passing somebody or something.
Oh wow. Now Chase Elliott, he's proven himself at Watkins Glen many times
Yeah,
in the road
that's
courses.
his only win. That was his only win last year. I don't know why. I just hate Chase Elliott from the 2017 thing. Because Hamlin has had interviews about it. And he has said to himself, I mean, he's told people that he wasn't intentionally trying to wreck Elliott, even though it came across as that. He didn't. He said that obviously
Of
Elliott was
course,
trying,
then.
because Elliott was trying to be defensive, and he put on the brakes a little earlier than Hamlin thought because he's trying to block the low line, and Hamlin had nothing he could have done and just spun him out. I don't think that that Elliott was intentionally wrecked. I think it was a honest mistake, and that Elliott was just blown out of proportions, thinking it was on purpose, just because it was for a victory.
Well, yeah, because
If it was for like fifth or something, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. He wouldn't be as mad. But since it was for a win, now is his first win. He pretty much had taken away from him. I can understand where he was thinking that he was doing it on purpose or something, but he didn't do it on purpose. And so ever since then, and then knowing that when you go to Phoenix, then he puts your hair dry in the wall, and then he wrecks. I'm gonna be mad at you.
So,
When I did my original race too, and Chase Elliott won that, I don't know how I pulled myself together to do that. Because if I wanted to, I could have had him like blow a tire on the last lap or something. Not dumb. Because I just hate him that much.
Wow, that's a strong word. Now I think the team
I don't like him.
to look out to slow down this year is Stewart Haas Racing. Stewart Haas Racing. Now they have Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, yeah, and Eric Almirola's, but Clint Boyer. Besides Clint Boyer, Kevin
Sorry, my
Harvick.
brother Tristan was trying to get in on the action. He just got home from seeing his sister, so he didn't know.
So Kevin Harvick is Stewart Haas's main playoff driver. Clint Boyer could get up there, but Eric Almirola and Cole Custer really haven't proven themselves.
Cole Custer hasn't had time. He needs more time. I mean, he's like you're saying, Tyler Reddick.
I think Stewart Haas is the team to decline this year. To look out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's much else to talk about. It's
been a short season.
Yeah. So I guess that'll end it. We'll see you next time.
And make sure to subscribe to both channels and check out our sign up videos for our stop motion series. He's restarting his season 1, and I'm starting a actual diecast series that I will follow.
So we'll see that. Yeah. That's gonna be it. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.